there something you need to say? Is there a message?
Just like before, just what you thought. Tell me what year you used to live.
I also did a little research.
Holy cow.
Can you read what other word is with Nikki?
Is there some?
Hello everybody, this is Dom from Upstate Supernatural. And I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in. And also like to throw some shout outs. Might as well do it early on right now, right? Alright, let me see. Nikki Paranormal, DJ Paranormal Beats, Dawn Name, Rhonda Sutton Castle, Hidden Beneath, Mary Dallas, Emmy Mummy. Still looking. Paranormal Skeptic, Rob, thanks for being in here, buddy. James, Hidden Beneath. Simon James, thanks, buddy, for being in here. And Doppelganger 399. If the audio is too loud, please let me know in the chat. I am able to see the chat. I always have been able to see the chat. Speaking of which, if I am not able to answer a question that you may ask, I apologize about that. That's kind of my own error. And if you'd like that question to be answered, please repeat it at least twice so I can scroll through. I apologize about last week. We had our sanction hunt, and we did find some interesting things. I'm still trying to figure out one of them that was very interesting, whether or not it's actually real paranormal evidence or if it's just a reflection. It's captured with a thermal, and still going through audio from that investigation. This is the last week for the Phasmabox, and then next Friday there will be no show. We have our public investigation for our Supernatural Expo, which is in Auburn, New York at the Finger Lakes Mall, and I will be unable to do the show. I apologize, I wish I could, but due to everything going on, it's not going to be possible. If anybody would be interested in doing the public hunt for the expo, you can find the information at upstatesupernatural.com, and clicking on the link for the expo, all the information is there. I'm trying to think what other things are going on. We have this Sunday. I'll be doing an interview with James, Hidden Beneath. He is the co-host for Live Spirit Frequencies, and I'd like to have everybody get to know why he's in the field, why he got interested in the field, and kind of let him tell his story of what got him interested in pursuing the paranormal. Beyond that, I can go ahead and start the Phasmabox. There was major things going on this week with the paranormal. There was a lot of hostility in chats, a lot of shit that was going on that's unneeded. Simon and myself, we started Paraglobal TV together as a thought for a form of para-unity, and I would like to see that progress. But it's going to take a lot of us to look at each other and to try to basically find a neutral ground without hostility. Jumping in other individuals' chats and starting things, whether it's been done to you or whether it hasn't been done to you. It's unprofessional, and it's just rude. I'm not picking any sides on this. I think we're all, if we're interested in the paranormal and we respect each other, we can do that with whatever we're doing. And if people ask us questions and we don't know the answer, I mean, don't bullshit them. Just try to figure out the answer, I guess. But beyond that, I'm gonna kind of cut with the spiel on that type of stuff. I would like to see everybody work together. If it's not possible, it's not possible. And Phasmabox. The next device after this, it will not be next Friday, it'll be the Friday after that, will be Danny Bigbeard's EVR. I haven't done any of Danny Bigbeard's applications in quite a while, so I think it would be a good thing to switch over to. And the EVR, a lot of people are interested in it. If anybody has any thoughts or ideas or things like that for a show, for different things that can be added into the shows, write in the comments below the video, and I would be happy to read those, happy to see those. Starting next week, I plan, or not next week, but 2 weeks from now, when Spirit Box Weekly we're able to start again, I will be instigating the thermal camera on every episode. You'll be able to see a view of the thermal camera where the logo is for Upstate Supernatural. You'll see actually a thermal image of the room. That way, see if there's any difference that happens during the streams. And just waiting for it to load up, that's all. There we go. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn on that Latin bank. I turned it on. Unmute it. If this is loud, I apologize. I'll fix that. Hello, hello. This is Dominic, and we're still testing out the Phasmabox. I apologize that I wasn't able to communicate with you last Friday. Are you still available to try to communicate? Hello? Actually, the thermal, I'm going to have that facing forward. They're actually towards the doorway. See if anything comes towards the doorway.
I say, yeah. Thanks, Jason.
Did you say where's Jason? Jason no longer does the paranormal right now. He's focusing on his education. and he's also focusing on shooting pool. He's a phenomenal pool shooter. Does this any spirits or any spirits in communication or entities that we may be speaking with? Does this equipment scare you? Does this make you nervous? What we're using to try to communicate with you? Basically, the theory behind this is if you speak if you're speaking right now, there's going to be word banks that are spitting out where the radio is streaming. In that frequency, through the vibration of the speaker, that should allow you better communication. That should allow you a stronger outlet of communication. Is that possible for you? During other sessions, I've had communication saying "speak into the box." So if you could,
This generation.
try to speak into this. Try to speak into this right here. This is known as an amplifier, and this is a microphone. This is a microphone as well. Now, how many individuals or entities or
This
spirits
generation.
that come back to speak with us, or is it always new?
Those who are locked.
I'm hearing a lot of clear responses. Can you verify that it's you? Could you please let me know what your first name is and what your last name is? I don't need a social security number or any of that type of stuff. Just would like to verify who you were or who you are.
Long enough. Baby.
How difficult is it for you to try to communicate? Is it hesitation because you don't know how the individuals that are trying to communicate, if they're of pure heart, or is it just that it's difficult because it takes a lot of power, a lot of energy to do that? Now, anyone who's communicating, you are always welcome to try to communicate. There are quite a few individuals out in the world that are they're trying to learn who you are and where you are. Is there any guidance that can be given? Is this something that shouldn't be done? I've said this before in a private session. I've never done it publicly in a live stream, but I will. Any spirits of communication, you should be cautious. There are plenty of individuals that do have a pure heart, that do want to know the truth, that do search for the answers to try to find out who you are, where you are, how you're able to communicate. There are other individuals that are basically trying to trick people into thinking they're talking to you, either for fame or for money. I don't think that's right. I never have. I'll never support that. But you need to be cautious.
Yeah. Tight. We're still gonna talk.
These sessions that I do, I try to teach others how to use these devices, how to try to communicate with you. If that's not something you want me to do, please let me know.
No, that's not fine.
How often do you try to communicate? And are you happy that you're able to?
You can wait to that.
I'm gonna ask this because I'm just curious. Spirits, do you know what a geobox is? Do you know what the geobox is? Or the portal? Which are sound devices. Do you know what they are? An individual that records sessions with you, okay, and tells individuals about these sessions and that they are being kept private for a later date for them to sell as a documentary. Is that something you want? That was a motorcycle, everybody.
These things to cover up.
If these devices work, and if it is possible to speak with spirits, and if it's possible for other spirits to communicate with other spirits, I do not want to talk right now out of respect to the individuals that passed away this week. And if you know kind of who I'm talking about, if you're able to know who they are, and there's a way to communicate to tell them everyone they knew loves them, that is all I would ever wish for you to do in that communication. Please do not have them come to me. I would never ask that. I just would like the love of all the people that felt that loss to let them know that they were loved.
はい。パーティーにいます。
I would like to try something. I'd like to try something as I rip things out of holders and so forth. Okay. Okay. Any entity or spirit that's in communication, can you let everybody know what this is? Inside of it, you could also name that as well if you'd like to. Can you tell me what this is? Is that possible? It's just for verification that you're here.
Nation of
I don't drink, so I can't offer you a drink. I apologize about that. This is a New York Yankees shot glass. I've had this for 11 years.
Request.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to try a different one. Everybody knows what this is. It reminds us of the holidays. Reminds us of our birthdays.
So wait.
Yeah.
Unknown.
I don't think it's going to be clean and clear audio. So I don't think that's probably a good idea for me to try to do an EVP session. It may be tainted. Let me see how it is towards the end of the show. Maybe the audio will be a little bit better in the house.
evidence again.
And we have Nikki. I already gave shout outs for actually I'm gonna go ahead and do it again as well. Nikki Paranormal, Joe Sweeney, Love Peace Paranormal, Doppelganger 399, Jen Treasure Trove, Emmy Mummy, Mary Dallas, David Coffin, the Paranormal Skeptic, David Coffin, DJ Paranormal Beats, Simon James,
My name is Aaron.
Hidden Beneath, Rebecca M. Rhonda Castle Sutton. If I missed anybody, I apologize. His Highness.
Wild.
Spirits or entities in communication. One of my favorite books was The Count of Monte Cristo. Were you...
Ullasco.
Did you ever have the privilege of reading that?
Inking. Ord.
It's got everything in it. It's got love, war. It's got, swashbuckling. It's an excellent novel. Alexander Dumas. Andre the Giant. Reminds me of Princess Bride. What about the Divine Comedy, Dante's Inferno? With the different rings of hell, or circles of hell. Is there any? Did you ever read that?
The Yankee. Set fair.
Now, my grandfather used to tell stories about buying a loaf of bread, and he would walk 3 to 4, maybe even 5 miles to buy a loaf of bread for a nickel. Audio beyond what's happening in the Spirit Box. I was checking for EVP to even try to do an EVP, so I don't think it's probably gonna work out tonight. I apologize everybody for that, but I'd rather not put out tainted footage in that light. With this, the microphone's right next to the amp. I mean, you're getting all the device out of it.
Eliminador. Sabor.
Now, I know someone else that they do a lot of spirit communication. They have for 30 years. Not through spirit boxes, through other different methods. With who they're talking to, they have a code word. They both, the spirit will say the code word, and that allows that individual to know that that spirit is there. Is there a code word or a set of 4 numbers that you could tell me to basically let me know that it's you?
History. So. Incoming.
Hello, pair of freaks.
I'm still.
It's acceptable.
Powers are critical.
Yeah. Boarding ready.
This is Latin. These are the Latin banks. Any spirits in communication? Are you able to? People are saying they keep hearing ask him. Ask me or ask you?
Walking down.
Huh.
Like.
Friday nights, YouTube, there is a lot of shows that are going on, so the bandwidth does hop up and down. It's usually Thursday, Friday, Saturday. It's the strongest bandwidth.
People are walking.
I wasn't looking. Where was I supposed to look? If you'd like to show yourself, show yourself. I honestly, I haven't really had the pleasure of seeing you guys. Not really. Not clearly, I guess. Best way to put it.
So,
Not here to hurt you. Not here to harm you. Anything you would like to say? Anything in essence that you would like to do? What? What about, I heard Zeus. Zeus is a dog that's actually staying with us. What about Zeus? Just last week. Who is trying to communicate? Who is this? Who is this? What is your name? What is your name? I'm gonna check real quick, see how audio is. Alright. Audio should actually be good. Alright, any spirits of communication, I'm going to pause this device and try to see if you'd like to utilize this device instead. This is a voice recorder. If you'd like to try to communicate in this, all you have to do is speak into it. Speak towards it. And what I'm going to do is play it back and see if I can hear anything. The louder you are, the more clear that you're able to try to communicate, the easier it is for us to hear you. Okay. Let's see what we can do. This is a voice recorder. If you'd like to try to communicate in this, all you have to do is speak into it. Speak towards it. And what I'm going to do is play it back and see if I can hear anything. The louder you are, the more clear that you're able to try to communicate, the easier it is for us to hear you. yeah, I'm not hearing anything of true pertinence. Again, I mean, with any of the EVP type stuff, again, you want to make sure you have clear audio. You want to have a clear bass for whatever you're trying to record. Earlier, as I said, I mean, I was hesitant because of the clarity of the audio, or the clarity of the bass of the area for the audio. I didn't hear too much, actually. Nothing that was super clear. I mean, I save all these recordings. I don't throw them out. You know, I keep everything from all the shows and so forth. But we'll go ahead and keep focusing with the Phasmabox. Again, it's the last week for the Phasmabox. Next weekend, there is no Spirit Box Weekly, as I have the public hunt at the Supernatural Expo for the Finger Lakes Mall next weekend. But next Saturday, this upcoming Saturday of next week, during the expo, we will be having a live stream event. You will be able to see one section of the investigation, the live streamed investigation, private investigation of the Finger Lakes Mall. One section of it will be on YouTube, and another section of it will be on liveparanormal.com. So you'll be able to see two different locations of the place we're investigating. For Live Paranormal, to chat in there, you know, you have to chat basically through the LPTV chat, and then the other one will be on YouTube. Last week I had a sanction hunt for the mall. We basically do a sanction hunt before we do the expo, so we may be able to find new things and be able to present that at the expo. Because I slipped and forgot to tell everybody that I had the sanctioned hunt, I thought it was on Saturday, and then I was corrected. I ended up trying to put together a stream for everybody, just so everybody could have a show to view. And throughout the whole week, I mean, I reformatted my computer 2 times, 3 times, and still tried to push it out there for you guys. I apologize if it didn't stream correctly, but I was literally remotely connecting to my computer to get it to stream and trying to get it up there for everybody. Next week, I'll be obviously doing the private investigation, and yes, yeah, we do a sanction hunt before we do the expo, and then we do a public investigation for the mall, and then there's going to be a private investigation after the expo that will be live streaming.
Richmond,
Latin Bank.
I'm going to restart this. It's just better to restart these sometimes. But much apologies for last week's stream. It wasn't thrown together. I mean, I literally worked on it for 4 days, but it just kept giving me issues.
Reverse mode activated.
Turn that off. Turn this on.
Reverse mode activated.
There we go. Hello, hello. It was a cemetery. It's actually in the description of the video. Guernsey Hollow and near Jamestown. There's footage from last Columbus Day, actually. It was my sister, my cousin Jamie, and myself. Hello? Spirits in communication. Not many people know my. Well, I guess if they watch the interview, they know my story in some ways. There's answers that can be found in death. There's answers to know how to live through death. If others have gone through similar issues, they can give that knowledge. I would ask this. If possible, is there advice for an individual is there advice for an individual to know how to deal with death better if they know it's coming? If they see it's coming with a loved one. Are there others around our loved ones in a time of difficulty, near to when they are close to death, to support them? Do you know why I'm asking these questions? Is there anything we can do to prevent it? To prevent that feeling of loss?
That's a virtue.
Actually, the thing I thought I heard is remember something. Remember them. Try to remember them. I'd like to thank everybody for trying to communicate with us this evening. Any individuals that were trying to come through this device, any individuals, entities, spirits, whatever you would like to be called, for coming through. And I would like to thank everybody that is tuned in this week. I look forward to next weekend. It'll be different. I haven't done a live stream investigation yet on the YouTube channel, so it'll be interesting in that light. I mean, we've done the shows, but I haven't done an actual investigation as a live stream. Either way, I hope everybody has a beautiful week, great weekend, and stop the bullshit. Everybody support each other, and if you can't, just don't talk to each other. I appreciate everybody that's on these shows, everybody that's in here watching, trying to support. But again, I mean, if this isn't your game, if this isn't something you want to see, hit the X button. I'm sure there's plenty of different other things out there that would tweak your interest. We can all have differences. Asking questions is great, but let's try to be adults. Let's try to be peaceful and think shit through. My close friends know why I ask those questions. At the end, we all got a lot of shit going on. So, you guys have a great week. I hope to see everybody next Saturday for the show. And just have a good one. I'll be on Sunday with James, so everybody will get a chance to learn his story of why he got into the paranormal. But beyond that, if I don't see you Sunday, everybody have a beautiful week. And thank you again.